I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Wimpod. Kabuto is the Japanese word for a helmet, usually used in reference to the unique headpieces worn by samurai warriors to stand out on the battlefield. It is also the Japanese name for a horseshoe crab, and half of the name of a beetle, or kabutomushi in Japanese. The samurai are famed for their fierce loyalty, bravery in the face of death, and strict code of honor. These are certainly things which were held as ideals, and the documents which have survived are very focused on such matters. But perhaps the reason the samurai had so many rules about loyal conduct, and went to such great lengths to spread propaganda about it after the fact, is that they were actually prone to follow whoever was paying them, and resort to any tactic to win. Wimpod is a bug and water-type Pokemon which resembles some kind of trilobite, horseshoe crab or silverfish. While some of these animals are known for hard shells, like a samurai's kabuto, they are also known for scurrying away quickly when disturbed. A samurai can claim they never flee battle when they're sipping tea in their castle, but it may be a very different story when the cannons are firing. Pokemon Ultra Moon tells us, an astonishingly cowardly Pokemon, Wimpod will whir its legs at high speeds to run away if anything comes near it. And Pokemon Shield tells us, Wimpod gather in swarms, constantly on the lookout for danger. They scatter the moment they detect an enemy's presence. While they have many legs and appendages on their undersides, horseshoe crabs in the real world, and Wimpod in the Pokemon world, do resemble a helmet from above, or, when moving, perhaps a Roomba or other robot vacuum cleaner. Pokemon Sun tells us, this Pokemon is a coward. As it desperately dashes off, the flailing of its many legs leaves a sparkling clean path in its wake. And Pokemon Sword says, it's nature's cleaner. It eats anything and everything, including garbage and rotten things. The ground near its nest is always clean. Of course, long before mechanical devices made cleaning automatic, aquarium owners could avoid scrubbing their tanks by installing cleaner shrimp. Wimpod is a wimpy isopod, or in Japanese, a cowardly bug, or kosokumushi. That seems a little unfair though. For many little bugs, running away is just the only way to stay alive. Could it gain a few new defensive options when, at level 30, Wimpod evolves into Golisopod? Golisopod is a taller, more humanoid Pokemon, though still hunched and many-limbed and monstrous. It has two main arms and several smaller ones. The plates of its armor resemble those on a samurai's shoulders and legs, while the antennae and mandibles on its face form horns and a mustache, as many a proud samurai's kabuto would depict. It no longer resembles the scared little robot that flees Chewbacca, but instead the powerful destroyer droid that assaults Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. Pokemon Sun says, with a flashing slash of its giant sharp claws, it cleaves seawater, or even air, right in two. And Pokemon Sword says, it will do anything to win, taking advantage of every opening and finishing opponents off with the small claws on its front legs. The name, Golisopod, combines isopod with Goliath, the legendary giant from the Bible. Golisopod is a giant by the standard of isopods, though not quite on a biblical scale. The Japanese name, Gusokumusha, also means something close to giant isopod. A bug is a mushi, though, while a musha is closer to a warrior. Pokemon Moon tells us, it battles skillfully with its 6 arms, but spends most of its time peacefully meditating in caves deep beneath the sea. All of this, the visual design of the monster, the Pokédex entries, the very high attack and defense stats, paint a picture of a fearsome warrior. This image is undone somewhat by Golisopod's ability, Emergency Exit. When Golisopod's health drops below half, it will return to the trainer automatically. This hasty retreat doesn't cost a move, which is pretty cool and could be useful, but makes this cowardly critter a tricky monster to build a game plan around. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, Golisopod was the signature Pokemon of a trainer who also appeared tough on the outside, but was in fact a big softie. Guzma, the leader of Team Skull. Just as the biggest dogs will often back down from the smallest, and the scariest sea monsters really are sometimes more scared of you. Music for Luke Loves Pokemon is by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show is by Katie Groves. Funding is provided by supporters at patreon.com/podcastio-podcastius. Golisopod was designed by Kensaku Napana. I love hearing from listeners. If you have thoughts or feelings about the upcoming Pokemon, Sandygast and Pyukumuku, please get in contact on social media or through email about those or any other monsters. And even if you don't feel like doing any of that, thank you so much just for listening. I love Wimpod, and remember, I love you too.